If you are here, you are already ahead of your competition because you are looking for ways to improve your business. And I know that your customer support team or your technical support team might be overwhelmed with a lot of issues, with a lot of demands, and your customers may be a little bit angry with their experience, but no worries, we are gonna fix that. In this video, I'm gonna touch 3 important parts of your organization where you have several aspects that you have to pay attention that certainly are influencing in the experience of your customers. The 3 areas are strategic management, tactical management, and operational management and engineering. So stay with me until the end, and I'm gonna tell you important things that if you fix today, they will already generate more value to your customers. So let's talk about strategic management. The first and most important thing that many companies are failing is in having alignment and consensus about what is the purpose of the company. I know that this seems to be a little bit common to talk about purpose, but make a little test. Ask hands-on people in your organization if they really understand the purpose of the organization. If they don't, your first problem starts right there. You need to fix it. Because people that are working in an environment without understanding the purpose of the organization or even their own purpose inside that team, they will not succeed. They are there just for the money, and you need people that are there for your purpose. Second important thing, you may have people that lack empowerment. They cannot take decisions. Maybe you as a leader or any other director in your organization is centralizing decision too much. People don't have autonomy. They can't take any decisions on their own. And sometimes if they don't understand the purpose or even the vision that we're gonna talk in a bit, they cannot take good decisions. And I understand, in sometimes you as a leader, you may think, no, I need to take that decision, but in fact, you need to empower your team to make good decisions. But in order to empower your team to make good decisions, you need to prepare a leadership structure that works. If you don't have good leaders, if you don't develop leaders in your organization, that's a huge problem. So you need to understand what is the functional structure, how you're going to structure your teams and your leadership so that they can have autonomy to make good decisions. The third most important aspect is alignment in principles and values. Ask your people what are the principles that guide their behavior. If they don't know how to answer properly, you have a huge problem in your hands. It's very important that you define the principles that you guide your team's behavior. Because if they don't have that, you certainly are having people thinking in one way, another group of people thinking in another way, and who pays the bill is your customer. He's gonna have different experiences because people are not thinking in the same way. Do you know that there are several important lean and agile principles that even nowadays in the AI era, you still can use those to align your people? And I'm talking about principles that will help you to manage quality, manage flow, manage knowledge, and manage your business. I'm not gonna talk about all of these principles in this video because otherwise it would become too long. But if you want to learn a little bit more, I have a book that I can share for free with you. Just drop an email for us, get in touch with us, that we are gonna handle that, and it's gonna help you a lot in alignment about principles and values for your company. Another important aspect for your business is alignment about the vision. And once again, if you do a random test in your organization, ask random people there, what is the vision of the organization? And if you get 3 different answers, again, you have a problem. You need alignment in the vision. You need your entire team, your entire organization to understand where you're going, when do you want to get there, and how you're gonna look like when you get there. You shouldn't do a single step forward without knowing how you're gonna measure success. And that kind of alignment with your team is essential. You cannot continue without that. If your team doesn't know what's the vision and how success is measured in your organization, you should stop and fix this right now. So those are some of the important aspects about strategic management that you need to take care of in your organization. Now let's deep dive on the tactical aspects that you also should pay attention. So if you have everything that I already said fixed, good point for you. So how does your management team knows who is doing what's the most important next priority, and when things that are in progress will be finally done? That's very important. You need to learn how to manage flow so that you know exactly where you are without having to ask your team, how is it going? If you have to step in the back of your teammates and ask, hey, when this is gonna be ready, you already have a problem in your hands. You shouldn't need to ask that in order to have a comprehensive status of what's going on. And by the way, if your organization works with status reports, you also have a problem, because status reports, you know, sometimes we call them the watermelon effect. Your status report may be green outside but red inside, and people can put whatever they want in those status reports. So you need to create a system that radiates visibility throughout the company. So everyone, regardless of their stage, if they are a manager, a director, or a ground floor worker, everybody should be able to go through your department and understand what are your priorities, how you're doing, and when things are gonna get done. And you can do that with some lean and agile principles, using visual management, improving interaction with your team, and those aspects are very important. But there is one another aspect that most companies are failing. Sometimes your employees, they get something to work and then they stop. They get blocked because they don't know what to do next, or they have a doubt, or even they are missing some tools, some information, and they cannot continue. And do you know that any kind of unfinished work is waste in your organization? So if you start doing something and you cannot finish what you started, you are already generating waste. If you want to fix that, you have to define with your team what are the flow policies, what are the rules that are going to govern your flow, and how decisions will be made, and how things can flow from one phase to the next phase. So you need to have very clear criteria about when things can enter in a phase and when things can leave that phase for the next one. So you always have rules, and those rules cannot be broken, as well as your principles. You cannot break those principles that you define with your team. I call that optimizing the flow of product development. If your developers or in any part of your value stream people get blocked, you need to stop and do a value stream mapping. You need to understand from concept to cash, from an idea to the product in production, or from a sad face of your customer to a happy face of your customer. What happens along that time? What happens with that demand when it first arrives, and then what happens next and next and next? And what are the rules that would allow that demand to flow throughout your process? That's called value stream mapping. And if you haven't done so, or if you don't know how to do that, again, drop us a line and we're gonna help you out. I am pretty sure that you are enjoying this content and you are finding very good opportunities to improve your own process. But pay attention, we still have a lot to cover. So the next important move that you should take is, how do you take prioritization decisions? And one of the most important aspects, or one of the most important ways to take prioritization decisions, is to understand what we call the cost of delay. So how much does it cost for your company if instead of delivering something the next week, you take 2 months from now to deliver? What's the cost of delay? What's the economic impact of that in your business? This is really important. And if you understand the cost of delay, and if you understand also the effort related to each demand, I'm pretty sure that you are going to be able to prioritize your flow in a way that you can generate much more value to your customer. Prioritization is not about what's important now, because if everything is important, you don't have any priorities. You need to understand what's the economic impact. So prioritization is actually an economic decision. You need to understand financially in the bottom line how that will impact your business. That's how we take good prioritization decisions. And last but not least, you need to understand when things are gonna get ready, right? So don't measure tasks. What you need to do is to create a predictable flow. You have to have statistical analysis of your throughputs to understand what's your capacity. How much are you capable of delivering every hour, every day, every week? And with that information, you can take informed decisions about when you will really be able to deliver things for your customer. We are not talking about guessing when things will be ready. We are talking about predicting. We are talking about creating a predictable process that you can really rely on to tell your customers when things will be ready. And that is very important. But you need to understand that in order for that to work, you have to understand what your capacity. If you don't know what's your team's capacity, you have to fix that. And you should start measuring how much your team can deliver. Choose a unit of time. It could be hours, weeks, months, whatever. But you need to understand what's the delivery capacity of your team. So all of those things are very important, but we still have to tackle some operational and engineering challenges. We still, even now in the AI era, we still have several teams that are not using what I call the hygiene engineering practice. Simple things, but still they're not doing. I'm talking about automated testing, automated deployment, automated database migration, a good DevSecOps that really works, that really gives you the ability to deliver new value for your customer several times a day, if you will. It's very important. And also, it's very important about your software architecture. Maybe you are dealing with a legacy system that was built in a long time ago without these proper practices, and you are suffering. Your team seems not to be productive. When your team delivers something, they also deliver a bug for your customer. So bugs starting piling up. And you don't have to manage bugs. You have to fix the root causes of what is generating them in the first place. So sometimes you may need to do a deep analysis of your code base to understand what are the most important technical debts that you should work on next. How should you refactor your architecture so that it can really be a good one, a modern one with good testing, and most importantly, reliable, not only for your customers, but also for your developers. Your developers, they need to have confidence on what they are doing. If they don't know what they are doing, if they are afraid of breaking things with the next change, you have a lot of problems in your hands. If you need to fix those kind of engineering practices, rest assured, this is a deeper change in your organization. But you cannot do that kind of change without proper guardrails. You need to get your team, but not only your development team. You need to bring your product team, your commercial team, your marketing team, your administrative team, your HR team. Pull all of them together, because it's not just about engineering. We are talking about people, and this is the most important part. People is the most important asset of your business. Even nowadays, where we are saying that agents will replace people, well, they can, but still you need people to manage those agents. And now that we are talking about agents and AI work in 2026, if your customer support team is handling questions manually, if you still have the most junior people in your first level customer support, you are doing the wrong thing. I know that sometimes companies, they get the junior people, the entry level, the trainees, the ones that just arrived in the company, and they put them on the first level customer support in a way to train them. But that is the worst possible place to put the people that just arrived in your organization, because they don't know about your product, they don't know about your culture, and still they are trying to answer your customers. Guess what? Your customers will get angry and they may leave. So if you really need to fix all this, you need to stop bleeding. And the first thing you need to do is to have AI agents to answer your first level customer support. Not as a junior people would do, but really based on your entire knowledge. I'm talking about agents that can learn about your existing knowledge and properly resolve problems in the first place. And if they can't resolve those problems, these same agents, they can create tickets for your second level customer support, where your best people, your best talent will handle those, but now with proper context. So the customer does not have to repeat everything again and again. And that's how Benjamin, our AI solution, works. Benjamin is an AI support agentic solution that integrates with your existing systems, learn from your existing knowledge, and can really solve problems in the first contact. We are talking about 65% of problems solved in the first contact with your customer. But you may have understood along this long video that agents in the customer support by itself will not fix the problem. They may be the starting point, but if you need help to cover all of